Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today I've got a very special little holiday treat for you. Just to say thank you for all your support this year and for supporting all the classes I've done and so on. I wanted to do a free class for everyone. So on the 12th of December, which is in about a week, it's in a week's time, oh goodness, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing class live on YouTube. So if you tune into my YouTube channel, you can create alongside me for 2 hours, and this is what we're going to be roughly making. Obviously you can tailor it any way, shape or form you would like, but this is kind of what we're going for. Crazy looking background, simple figures, and using lots and lots of different techniques. So if you would like to play along with me, this is what you're going to need. Now if you're not able to be there at 2 o'clock on Saturday the 12th, this will be videoed and you can have access to it at any stage that you like. So you can go back and watch it again. It's going to be on my YouTube channel for you to come back and look at. It's just going to be a very long video because it'll be done in real time. So this is what you will need. This is your supplies list. So I've used a lot of paint on this, and I've used some different types of paint. Now any acrylic paint will work. Use what you've got, but this is what I've used. So as usual, for most things that I've done in my journal, I've used the Dina Wakley paints. I've used nice and bright colours in the background, so the yellows, greens, magenta, fuchsia, because you know they're all my favourites. Ocean. It really doesn't matter what colours you use, just paint in the background. So nice bright colours are going to be really handy. I've also got white, because we will be using some white paint as well. So again, if you don't have white paint, gesso's fine. That'll work exactly the same. What do you call it? Neons. So these are the neons I use. These are the Amsterdam neons, but if you've got the Dilutions neons, they will work the same. If you're in Australia, you've got the Montmite ones. They're all the same. Neons are translucent. They'll do the job. So if you've got your hands on some neons, they will be fabulous. Now, I don't know an alternative. I'm sure there is. Don't get me wrong. This is what I'm going to be using. So this is Payne's Grey, and it's a semi-translucent paint, which means it gives you the darkness on the page, but it's not like a black. So, and you can sort of see through it. You could use watered down black paint if that's all you've got. That should be fine, or a deep grey paint. So if you've got a dark neutral, that will be good. Try it out on a piece of paper first. If it's, you know, if you can sort of see, paint it over a piece of text. If you can see through and see the text, that would be perfect. Or water it down to a consistency that you can see through to the text, if that makes sense. A good gold paint. So whatever gold paint's your favourite. I love this one. It's actually iridescent bronze, but any gold paint will work. Whatever you've got. The other thing that we're going to be using is, or I have used, sorry, are some Paparazzi paints. Again, in a variety of colours, white, a face colour, and some bright colours. Now, I've particularly used these because we're going to be doing some pencil work over the top, and these are super matte and you can draw over them. If you don't have them, that's okay. Just use normal acrylics, and you can always use crayons, or you could use other colours of paint to shadow and shade onto your pieces. So the only reason I've used these is because I'm choosing to use pencil over the top of them. So if you've got these in your range, brilliant, use those. And you can use these in your backgrounds instead of the Dina Wakeleys. It's just I started off with one way and went off in another direction because it's me. So I've got slime, turquoise, vintage lace, snowflake and cherry red, but again, any colours that you want. The other thing that I've got is some acrylic inks. Again, if you have got, for example, the white gloss spray, if you don't have acrylic inks and you've got Posca paint pens that you can splatter, they will do the same. This is just what I've used over the top to do some splattery bits and pieces. Use what you've got in your your little bag of goodies. I did say I was going to use colour pencils, so I've got Prima colour pencils. Basically what we're going to be doing is painting out strips of paper and then shadowing them to make them look 3D. You don't have to do it, it's just something extra. So if you don't have pencils or don't want to use pencils, you don't need to. But what I've done for each colour combination I've chosen 3 colours, so a light, medium and dark in each of those colours. I choose out a different lot every time I do them, so there's no point in me telling you names, because no doubt when I do it in class I'll grab a different lot. So, but I always grab a dark, medium and light. I've also got a warm grey colour and some face colours. So those are the main colours I'm going to be using. As always, my Stabilo All pencil gets a good workout in this page, so if you've got one of those, that would be really good too. The final few things that you need are some paintbrushes. I use a fan brush to do my splatter, whatever you feel comfortable doing a splatter with. I've got a 1/2 inch brush, that's just an easy one to paint stripes with. To apply the paint to my background, I've just got a squeegee bendy piece of plastic, a piece of cardboard, scraper, whatever you've got will do the same thing. It's just a different way of applying paint. I've got some stencils, got a dotty one, so any sort of geometric-y, patterny type one would be good. I've also got this one that I used as well because I really love the patterns on it. It sort of links together. Doesn't really matter what stencils you use, it's just to put a bit of texture and pattern into the background. On that, I've also got a tiny little bit of bubble wrap that I'm going to be using as a stamp, but any stamps you've got, mark making stamps, so if you've got one with circles in it, whatever you've got will work the same. I'm also going to be using a piece of text. This is from an old dictionary. Any collage paper you've got will work. Even if you want to use a bit of newspaper, you can paint over the top of that. It's just to get some texture in the background. The final thing, and again this isn't necessarily necessary, and I know it's really, really hard to see, sorry. Just work that out. And I was going to put a piece of black underneath it. That's not going to help either. There you go. And I've got some transparency wings. These ones are from Scrap FX, which is an Australian company. But if you've got a wing stamp and can stamp it out into transparency, or even if you've got like vellum, stamp it out onto vellum, you could use that as well. And that's only if you choose to turn the figures into angel-y type figures anyway. So you may not want wings at all. And on my original, I actually used the Tim Holtz butterfly wings. So if you've got those would be brilliant. Apart from that, all you will need is a piece of copy paper to make a mask out of, and some cardboard, and obviously your art journal to work in. I'm working in my large Dilutions journal, but you can work smaller or bigger. It is totally up to you. So I hope you can come along and join me. I'm really, really excited about this. I'm really excited to offer one of my classes to everyone, so you can kind of get a look at me saying thank you to you and giving you something back, because you've given lots to me over the last year and the last 3 years I've been on YouTube, but also so those people who are interested in my classes get a bit of a hint and taste of what they're actually like. Obviously they're in a slightly different format because they're on Facebook and we've got a private group for them, but it gives you a sort of idea of what we do. So I hope you can come along and join us. 12 p.m. The 12th of December, that's a Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remembering that I am in Australia, so those you lovely people in the US, that is actually going to be on Saturday night for you, because we are in the future in Australia. So it'll be the 11th for you, but it's the 12th for everyone else at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that means if you're looking up on the clocks, look around Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart. We're all on the same time. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing you all. Until then, bye for now.